So what I did in the last one, right, where I've got this echoed out here, is okay, but it's a bit dangerous. I mean, if food has not been set, or we just use a bad variable, it's not going to be there. And if it's not there, let's see what happens. Nothing. Man, I think this is actually a case of different versions of PHP. So, or my version of PHP does not have that sort of level of warning turned on, I think is what it comes down to. Anyway, what that is showing, sorry, my thunder got taken away a little bit there. What that is showing is, what is best practice to do is to set food, rather than using it in that variable, we would set it here. But before we set it, we would check to see that it is not empty. Now, in this particular example, it doesn't matter. But in future examples, right, in future code that you write, if you get far enough into a page and some variable that you were expecting to be populated is not populated, and it's because a session was managed in a different way on a page before, or a variable is misspelled on one page, or misspelled on this page, having this code here to say if something is not empty, then set it, and then use the variable later, which I'm going to do, is a better practice than using the variable in the page. Yes?
Wouldn't you want to set it when it is empty? If it's not empty, then wouldn't it already have something in it?
So what we are checking to see if it is empty is the member of the session array food. And then if that's not empty, I want to set that to a temporary variable called food. Okay, so food, right? I want to be able to echo food and get cake. You know what I mean? And if this is empty, then food's nothing. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
But what you're saying is totally useful in other contexts. But just in this case, we're checking to see if there's something in it, and then we're setting it to something for a couple of reasons. First, so we don't have a bunch of warnings piling up in the back end, even if they don't show on the front end. And second is that if I wanted to say, like, your favorite food is set to, that's just nicer for you, the developer, to type than all this session food nonsense up here. So it's just the nicest thing for you and whoever's managing your server on the back end and has to deal with error logs to say, make sure that something is in it before you actually use it. And if something is not in it, you may want to send your user off to do something about that, or take account in other ways. Set it temporarily or what have you. Any questions? Yes.
Would it be useful to do that for all variables of the session?
Yes. All variables of the session that you're going to use, you will need to couch it inside of this make sure it exists thing. Any other questions?